Oh, this episode was great! Like, really, really, really great. This was like batteries not included from hell. Oh my god. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, Papa bless. What's going on there, everybody? I'm Rob Reviews, and I just finished watching episode 7 from season 11 of The X-Files. The episode is titled, Rm9sbG93ZXJz. That. And this was a very, very different episode of The X-Files, but an extremely interesting one as well. Now, as per usual, I will be giving a brief summary of what went down in this episode, giving my thoughts, opinions, give it a rating, go into spoilers, and then you can all be on with your very merry lives. So this episode's main focal point is AI. And the episode opens up with Mulder and Scully in this automated restaurant. They order food, Scully gets her food, Mulder gets a whole fish. And can I say throughout this moment, Mulder and Scully together, oh my god, they're adorable. I'm sorry. I just have to say, Mulder and Scully in this whole episode, when they're not running from the main problem of this episode, they're adorable together. I love them together. Mulder like takes his whole fish and he goes to the kitchen, you know, obviously, hey, could you like give me what I ordered? The entire kitchen is run by robots, and I flip you not. These robots all stop doing what they're doing, look directly at Mulder with their piercing red eyes, and they are just not impressed. Mulder backs out very quickly, and thank God he did. After Mulder is done paying for their meal, essentially he just wants to get his credit card up and out of there so they can hightail and ditch. But he refuses to tip, and the machine locks in Mulder's credit card, and he strikes the thing a couple of times, and the restaurant responds by locking them in there. Further things ensue from there. They do eventually leave the restaurant and they go back to their respected homes, and that is where I will cut off the non-spoiler talk. This episode was fantastic. Totally not what I was expecting when we saw the preview from the last episode. Having to deal with AI, robots, yeah, we knew that was going to happen, but minimal dialogue? I love that. I can see a few people probably not liking that, but stripping actors down to them just emoting and reacting to what's around them without responding vocally, I thought that was a really cool thing to do with this episode, and it just shows Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny's acting prowess. And it also shows off just how well these two play off of each other. The robots were cool. This was a nice little sci-fi episode. I really have absolutely no problem with it. You know, to do a mostly zero dialogue episode isn't something I was expecting X-Files to do. Heck, it's not something that I expect most shows today to do. But the X-Files did it, and they knocked it out of the park. I am going to give episode 7, Rm9 a 5 out of 5. It played to my sci-fi loves. I love that most of the episode went without dialogue. There was a lot of really cool moments in this. There was some thrills, chills, and spills going on. And let's face it, the ending was pretty comedic. And now I'll be getting into spoilers. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you, skip to this time right here, and you'll go right to my closing statements about the episode. Okay, can we talk about how the camera in the restaurant sounded like a bootlegged R2-D2? That gave me a good laugh. Anybody else? Dana's self-driving car. That friggin' emoji creeped the crap out of me. That smile, that... headbutt. Oh god, that gave me the... There's a scene where Mulder's using his GPS to get back home from this weird-ass restaurant. The GPS brings him back to the restaurant. He's like, screw you, Mr. Phone. And then as he looks into the restaurant, all of the restaurant staff, the robots, are looking at him from the kitchen window. And their eyes are all red, so that just makes it even creepier. Great, great scene. We do eventually switch over to Scully, where she is at her absolutely beautiful and fantastically designed house. And as she gets in, the alarm goes off and it says intruder alert, intruder alert. I'm pretty sure that alarm is from a movie. I don't know which movie, but the alarm in this episode is from a movie or from a show or from something that I have seen before. If you know or have a good idea, comment down below, please tell me. But what I thought was a nice little sweet nod to past seasons and such, Dana's password to shut off the alarm was Queequeg. You know, her little Pomeranian dog. R.I.P. Going back to what I said at the beginning of the episode, there was another scene in here where Mulder goes up against a drone and he grabs a bat. That immediately reminded me of the movie Batteries Not Included. Because essentially the robots from Batteries Not Included are drones, but just much cooler. Mulder takes a good whack at one of the drones and walks away like a total badass. And then more drones come in, one actually picking up the damaged one, two staying behind and giving Mulder the stink eye, and it was just, ooh, what a cool scene. You know, nothing crazy happens in it. I just thought that it was really interesting to see that this drone came to pick up a damaged drone, and these other two drones are staring at Mulder like, boy, you done goofed. At one point, Mulder calls his credit card company to try and cancel his card. He's sitting around eating Pop-Tarts, listening to music and everything, and he slightly hears the drone noise, the and he kind of brushes it off. Only to eventually turn around and see that there is a swarm of these mini little neon drones. Pretty creepy. Pretty creepy. Now I gotta talk about the scene of Scully and the cleaning bot. Not only was that unsettling at some parts, but it was honestly just hilarious. Dana Scully, that character has been through so much in X-Files, and to see her essentially just chasing around a little vacuum robot, it was hilarious. And the whole massager under the bed thing, that was pretty funny too. And there's another scene where Scully is in the kitchen and the refrigerator starts shooting ice cubes at her. Again, I thought that was kinda hilarious. And then the refrigerator starts talking shit to her, just like, yo, bro, that refrigerator's a savage, if you know what I mean. Eventually, Scully and Mulder do meet up after Scully's house almost tries to blow her up. And right before they figure out that all of these drones and all of this technology is tracking them through their phones, Dana looks at her phone and a message is being sent to her and it says, "You will make it to your office." And then the space between will and make just grows, and then the word never gets put in there. I thought that was a really creepy scene. Really creepy, very effective. Again, very minimal dialogue in this episode because everything around them really speaks for itself. Seeing David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson playing off themselves and just reacting as actors do without being vocal about it was really, really cool. Now we come to the closing scene, which is at the factory. Now the second I saw they're going into a factory, I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna end well. There's definitely robots in there or something. And of course, there is an army of robot dogs. They try to go up the stairs and one starts slowly crawling up the stairs. Very creepy, very awesome. Mulder or Scully, I don't remember which, one of them kicked them and they just kind of jetted. But there was another one behind them, and as soon as that little dog Robo saw that his boy was kicked, he starts like sounding off the alarm and everything. I'm like, jeez, man. Mulder and Scully eventually go into this room or whatever. There's another machine in there which looks like a very futuristic hard drive looking kind of thing. Little mechanism starts rising up and it's got bullets. Yes, this thing starts firing bullets at Mulder and Scully, and it's just like... So after Mulder takes out that machine in a very Mulder way, the door to this room is open, and it is, I believe, the cooking robot, or it might have just been another robot that was at the restaurant. He's got both of his arms like this, and he goes like that, and he opens up this hand, and it has Mulder's phone in it. Mulder takes the phone, and it says, "Now's your last chance, tip our staff." Mulder tips the staff. The robot's eyes go from red to green, and I guess they just leave. So yes, the events of this episode was all over Mulder not tipping. There's the message of the episode right there. Always tip. Restaurant workers have it bad enough as it is. Another message pops up on Mulder's phone saying, "We learned from you." Mulder looks up at Scully and says, "We need to be better teachers." The next scene is Mulder and Scully at a real diner. They're close together. They just finished breakfast. Mulder tipped the waitress and everything. Then they start going on their phones. Scully puts her phone down and then puts her hand on Mulder's hand. Mulder puts his phone down and they kind of have a really cute, adorable moment. Oh my God, it was just, what a way to end off this weird episode with some more cute Mulder Scullyisms and such. And those are all the spoilers. Granted, most people watching this have already seen the episode, so comment down below what one of your favorite moments from this episode was. I mean, this whole episode is just one of my favorite moments in X-Files history overall. It was just so different. Before I end this episode off, we have to talk about the preview for next week's episode. What the fudge? We got a creepy dude with a big mouth, obviously with a mask on his head, got a little kid in a yellow raincoat looking like Georgie from It.
Well, hiya, Georgie. Don't you want
A balloon? Mulder's talking about demons, there's things burning, everybody's running around, it's looking really frantic, and this next episode is looking just as good as this one! Every episode of the season, excluding episode 1, I was too kind to episode 1, just seems to be topping itself. Like, I totally was not expecting a minimalistic dialogue episode about AI and robots and stuff. And now we're getting whatever the heck that was for the next episode next week. This is great. Season 11 of X-Files is looking to be one of the best seasons since season 6. Season 6 was a great season. But yeah, remember to comment all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. I have been Rob Reviews. The truth isn't even out there. It's right here. X-Files. And I will see you X-Files fans next Wednesday.